So in the last video, I talked to you guys about what types of food you guys should be eating before going to the gym. So now in this video, I'm going to basically show you and explain to you guys what types of gym workouts you guys should be doing for certain body parts, whether it's chest, back, arms, legs, abs, and other stuff is going to be for the next video. Next video is going to be about the home workouts. So for the people that can't go to the gym, but they still want to get into fit. So I'll keep you guys updated. So now let's get into the video. First, we're gonna start with chest. So for chest day, so what you want to start off with is bench press. You want to do 4 sets. You want to do 4 times 6 to 8 reps if you want to build muscle. So if you want to build muscle, you want to do a lot of weights but little reps. So for chest, you want to start off with bench press, right? So you just want to lay down on the seat that you're gonna see at the gym. You're gonna hold the bar. Now for the chest, you have certain different types of muscles in the chest. So you could either, when you hold the bar, you could either hold it close together and just bench press it and just press it. So you want to hold it close together, medium, and far for you hitting different types of muscles in the chest. So now after bench press, you have incline bench press. You could either do it on a Smith machine, or if you have a machine at the gym that you guys go to, just a normal incline machine, bench press incline, you could do that too. So it's literally the same thing like bench press, but it's incline, so you're more. So since I'm sitting straight, incline would be basically more leaned back over here, more leaned back kind of. Then you just bench pressing it. So now, after incline bench press, you have the chest fly machine. So the chest fly machine, there's going to be a machine. You could use it for the back too, but it's also for a machine for your chest. So there's going to be a machine where you have like 2 long ends in the chest. So you're going to have the sticks. You pretty much want to add the weight you feel comfortable, right? Make it even, and then you just push it together for your chest pretty much. So that's the chest fly machine. So after the chest fly machine, what you could do, instead of the bench, you could also do the bench presses. It's also good for you, but dumbbell presses is also good for you because it's a little bit harder or a little bit easier depending on the weights you add, but it's going to hit different more than it is on the bench press. So you could do the dumbbell presses, and just like I talked about, you guys could also do the incline dumbbell presses, which is the same thing when it comes to the incline bench press, but it's just with dumbbells. As you do with the dumbbells, you want to make sure that as you press, your elbows are on the outside. So when you press, your elbows are like, you're holding the dumbbells, your elbows are on the outside and you just push, right? You kind of don't want to go down all the way. You have to keep it like on a springer, right? In order to get that pump and to build the muscle. Cable machine. So for the cable machine, I have throughout this video, you're gonna see like videos of me like actually doing it too. But for the cable machine, you have to do the you don't have to, but you could do it. The incline, middle, and decline, right? So you gotta do all 3, 4 sets, 6 to 8 reps. So for the incline, middle, and decline, right? So for the decline, you have this. So let's say, for example, I have the cable machines over here. Decline would be up here, and then you hold it, and then you just push it down over here to the chest. Bring it up, push it down. So now it's gonna be the decline. And then after the decline, you have the middle. You could do the middle like this, which is the same thing, just like the chest fly machine, but you could do it with cables too. So if you don't have the chest flat machine, you can still use the cables to it, like this pretty much. And then after is the decline. So then you want to adjust the levels to the lowest. Want to take a step as you do all three, and then you just basically push it in, right? Make sure your elbows are like kind of angled as you do it, and you just bring it forward, right? So in, out, out. Make sure you're not touching it as you hold the grips. You just have it kind of, they're almost touching, but they're not exactly touching. So that's what you want to do. So that's it for the chest. So after the chest, what we want to go next is back day. So for back, you want to start off with pull down machine. Throughout this video, you're also going to see the notes, which I have over here actually. I'm just reading off so I could read it and get like examples to show you guys. But take screenshots if you have to. So now this. So for back day, you want to start off with pull down machine. So for the pull down machine, so what you want to do is you want to get the long bar that you have and you want to attach to it. So you want to do front and back, 4 sets, 6 to 8 reps. What do I mean by that? So as you sit, you adjust the weights and you have the long bar. For the back, you want to basically pull it down above your chest over here. So as you have the bar, right, you want to basically bring it down. Make sure it's like kind of above the chest. You want to make sure the bar kind of hits above the chest. As you do the back 6 to 8 times, you want to make sure you're actually feeling the back, right? So the way you want to feel the back muscles as you do it, right? And then you want to do the same thing for the back. So you got the front, right? And then you got the back. You want to do the back too. And now after you do the back, you could 2 ways for the back. They're actually very effective. So you could just hold it normally by the sides from the long bar, or you could make it a bit harder, bring it closer, right? Somewhere like over here, I guess. And then you just bring it down and make sure you're hitting kind of like over here, your neck basically, like over here somewhere. So after you got the long bar with the pull down machine again, you want to take a equipment that's like a triangular prism shape. So bring it down, right? So for the back, you want to basically make sure that it hits the same thing over here above your chest. As you bring it down, you want to make sure it hits above your chest, right? So 6 to 8 times. And now after that, you have the low seated row machine. So the low seated row machine is basically for your lats, right? And as you do it, you're basically bringing it back. You want to keep your elbows straight, kind of. Make sure they're actually closer and just bring it in and out, kind of. There are also other workouts with dumbbells that you could do for lats. I don't have it on the notes, but what you basically do is you just take the dumbbells, right? You take the dumbbells. You kind of, let's say for example, I got the dumbbells, right? I basically lean kind of straight, keep my elbows angled like this, and then I just bring them up. So when it comes to angling, it kind of wants to look like this. I guess a bit angled, and then for your lats. So that's also another workout. A deadlift. So everyone knows what's a deadlift, right? So you basically you just take a normal barbell, add weights, you bring it to the floor. You want to grip it good, right? So you want to grip it, for example, it's all the way down here, right? You grip it, you can either grip it like this way, or just straight normally, right? You want to make sure your legs are spreaded, right? So you don't injure yourself. You kind of want to make sure your back is not crooked. Make sure it's straight. I'm about to show that. But what you want to do is you want to hold the barbell then just pull up, right? Down like this for deadlifts. So it's going to kind of look like this. So now for my upper body, right? As I deadlift, want to make sure your back is like straight, kind of. You hold it, for example, you hold it, you bring it up, right? Down, up, down. Then you have hood muscles. So the video that's going on right now, as you see, I'm doing the hood muscles. So as you see in the video, when I'm doing the hood muscles, you basically have the weights on the side. You want to have side, and you want to make sure you feel the muscles that's over here. Over here, those are called your hood muscles. So it's not your arms that you're bringing up. Don't do this, right? For the hood muscles, you bring your shoulders up. So I have the weights, and then up like this. Exactly like that for hood muscles. Like 8 to 10 times, kind of 8 to 10 reps. 4 sets, but 8 to 10 reps. So for shoulders, the first thing you have is seated shoulder press. So the video that I see over here, you see that I'm sitting on not a Smith machine, but it's a machine that's for shoulders. You basically sit, you add how much weights you want to add, and then you basically kind of push up, or you want to feel your shoulders more. After the seated shoulder press, you have the Smith machine. So you want to go on the Smith machine, and you want to do back and front shoulder presses. You see both videos right here, right now, me doing both of them. So for the front, you want to make sure, you want to adjust up to the point that when you have the barbell, you want to make sure that's kind of touching, you want to make sure that's hitting against your chest, right? The upper part of the chest. Now for the back, you want to do the same thing, right? After the front, you want to go to the back. So you want to bring the seat a bit closer. So you're back, and you basically do shoulder presses like this. That's what you want to do. So in the lateral raises, what do? You have there's a machine for lateral raises, or you can use dumbbells and weights for it. For the machine, you basically just adjust, you sit, basically put your arms, and you basically just do this, right? For the machine. But now for the weights, let's see, I got the weights, right? I hold it right here. Basically want to do the same thing as if you're doing it for the machine. Bring it up. It's kind of crooked the way I'm doing it. But cable pulley machine. So you go to the cable machine, and then you have one of the equipments. There's the triangle. And the video, I'm using the rope. You can use the rope too. But I prefer doing the triangle equipment. You want to make sure when you go down, when you do it, it goes up over here. You want to pull it up somewhere that's like up to your chin over here. Bring it down, but don't bring it all the way down. Make sure it's like somewhere near your stomach. Now, that's it for shoulders. So for leg days, you want to start off, you can start off with anything, but the way I do leg presses. You sit down, the seat's kind of angled. You basically, then you have the machine basically put your legs probably more higher, but you pretty much push for the leg presses. 6 to 8 reps, 4 sets. Then after the leg presses, I go to the quad extensions. There's a specific machine that's for quad extensions. I don't know if some gyms have it, but you want to start off with leg quad extensions. So you basically, I'm sitting down so you can't, yeah. So there's gonna be like a machine, you want to put it's actually over here. You want to make sure your legs go underneath the machine, extend it. These are for your quads over here. So bring it down, extend it. If you want to build muscle, like I said, add a lot of weights, 4 sets. 6 to 8 reps. So that's what you want to aim for. So after the quad extensions, after the quad extensions, what I do is leg curls. So you have a machine that's also seated, or you lay down. So for the seated is the same, similar to the quad extensions, but now you have the padded above. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that the legs are going to be above the pads, and you basically just bring it down. So where we last stopped off was leg curls. So for leg curls, I talked about the seating leg curls. So now you have the leg curls where you basically lay down. So you basically want to do, like, let's for example, I'm laid down straight, right? And then my legs are, both of them are straight. So what I'm basically gonna do is just curl them up. Lunges with weights. So for those of you who don't know what lunges are this. For those of you who don't know what lunges are, so you want to take a step in and then basically bend. On the angle when you see me doing lunges, right? This front has to be 90-degree angle, kind of. Both of them 90-degree angle, and then down here 90-degree angle. So for lunges, but if you want it to be harder, get like weights with barbells, put it on your neck, right? Carry it. Let's, for example, I'm holding it, and you basically just do lunges. Do it until failure. By saying do it until failure, do it until it burns all the way, where you feel the muscle when they're about to collapse. After lunges with weights, or just lunges in general, what you want to do next is a squat machine. So it's either you could just do normal squats, or there's a machine for squats, which could be easier for those beginners out there. In front of you over here is gonna be the machine. Basically for the machine, that's gonna go on your shoulders, and then basically just squat. And there's another machine where you basically face back from it. You're kind of more angled, more bent down, and then you would basically squat. Now what you could also do, once you get a little bit more advanced, you could just take normal barbell, right? Just take a normal barbell and just do normal squats with it. For the easiest thing ever. Just take a barbell, add weights if you want to be more challenging, more harder for you, and just squat. Now we have calf raises. So you can either use a calf raise machine for it, or just like I'm doing over here, you could just have weight on the side and just do normal calves. So just like I did on the video, I basically just have weights over here, and I'm basically just doing normal calf raises. Just a reminder, never skip leg days. A lot of people like to skip leg days. Let's say they're gonna have a nice, good upper body, but then their legs are going to be skinny sticks. You don't want to be that person. You want to have both huge legs and both huge upper body. So never skip leg days. After the calf raise machine, you have split squats. So like I said, you could do weights if you want, or for practice, you could do without weights. So I'm gonna use my chair as an example, right? So what I would want to do is one leg, I want on the chair, I want it to be a little bit more further. Just squat down. As your leg, like 6 to 8 times to build muscle. Or you could add more weights to be more challenging, either on the side or a barbell on your neck, on your shoulders. After split squats, you have walking lunges. So they're basically lunges, but you're just going to walk. It doesn't really matter. You could do it both ways. You could do it with walking or without walking. But with walking is also good, because then learn how to control your balance, which is also a very good thing. So that's it for leg days. Now we have arms. What I usually do is I usually do arms every time I do other workouts. So let's say, for example, I do chest. I'm also going to hit some arms, whether it's my bicep, my forearm, or my triceps. I'm going to do the same thing the same day as I do chest day, or back day, or shoulders, or even leg days. I'm still going to hit arms no matter what. So for arm workouts, we got just normal simple bicep curls. As you do bicep curls, just normal simple bicep curls, try to like lean against the wall over here and then do bicep curls. So for biceps, you also have spider curls. For those of you who don't know what are spider curls, you're basically doing bicep curls. As you see in this video, yeah, you kind of more lean straight down kind of, and then we just do simply bicep curls. So as you see right now, actually, this is a good example. My motion right here right now for my biceps. For spider curls, you're more angled down now. So you could either do it up to either here or more all the way down and curl up. But this is also a lot more effective. So try not going too heavy with the weights. Make sure you do it up to the part where it burns. Between 6 to 8 reps or 8 to 10 reps. Make sure it burns. Alright, this is a tip actually. When you are working out, let's say for example you're working out on chest, shoulders or whatever, and it burns, you could keep going, but at the same time you have to know when to stop. Let's say for example it burns but it's still going, and then out of nowhere your muscles don't burn anymore, then at this point instead of you building muscles, you're just burning muscles. So also watch out with how many times you're doing it. Now after the spider curls, you have a bicep machine. A machine that I use sometimes from time to time is just a simple curl machine where the mat over here is going to be angled. In order for me to put my arms angled, I'm going to pick up the equipment and then you basically just curl. So after that, you have the cable pulley. Now cable pulley for what? For tricep extensions. So for the cable pulley, use a rope. You could use a rope in another equipment, but a rope is more effective only because for your triceps, you're gonna end up having this line over here, right? So you see the tricep, and then you see the line down here. So that's for the rope as you do it. As you see in the video, you actually see how my muscle actually works as I'm doing the tricep extensions. But now, how do you want to position yourself? A lot of people when they do the tricep extensions, they usually just stand in front and they just simply do normal extensions. But the way I do it, alright, so I have the rope. I take like a good step back, but at the same time, I take a step back. But now what I usually do is this. One of my legs stays over here, and then my other leg goes a little bit more behind the other leg. So this is for the leg position. But now you got the position for the legs. Now how does the upper body look like? So you got the legs, right? I got my leg set position. You want to be kind of angled more down. As you do the rope extensions, don't move your elbows. Your elbows has to be straight, stiff over here, up and down. You don't want to move them as you do it. You want to just keep them still. Down, up, down. Now, after tricep extensions, what we have next? After triceps, we have dips. Now, dips. For those of you people who don't know what dips are, as you see in this video, right? I'm using my body weight for dips. As you do dips, you want to make sure that your legs, they're not straight, like just normal straight down. As you do dips, you want to have them like crossed, but then at the same time, you just want to have them up. Maybe lean a little bit if you want, but other than that, just normal dips. When you lean, I guess that's a bit more for advanced. For the dips, you want to make sure you do 4 sets, 8 to 12 times, nice and slow. Actually, in a matter of fact, every workout that you do, you want to do nice and slow in order for you to get that burn. You want to get that pump, and you want to build that muscle. Do nice and slow. After dips, we have forearm squeeze. What are forearm squeeze? So I have one right here. So this thing over here, this is a forearm squeeze, right? You basically just squeeze, and it's for your forearms. So I don't know if there are at the gym, but you could buy one, and just leave it on your desk, and then let's say you're doing work, right? Pick it up, forearm squeeze. Get them big forearms over here, as you see. Over here, the forearms, you want to have your forearms nice and big, right? As you see over here, my forearms are nice and big. After forearm squeeze, forearm curls. Now, what are forearm curls? So you see in the video that I'm doing right here. So what I'm basically doing is I'm sitting. I have my arms just laid out straight on the bench, and then I'm on the edge in order for my hands curl them up. You're basically just moving your hands, because then when you move your hands, they work for your forearms. And now, after that, you have forearm biceps. Now, what are forearm biceps? So you're basically doing like a bicep curl, but instead of holding the barbell normally like this to do the bicep, you want to hold it like this instead. You want to hold it straight, facing forward to you, right? Like this. And you basically just curl up. I call them forearm bicep only because they're like bicep curls, but they're for your forearms instead. You barely even feel your biceps. You mainly, for forearm curls, you mainly want to focus on your forearms over here. That's what you want to focus on. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as of now, this is actually a long video, but as of now, those are the gym workouts. Those are the gym beginning workouts for you guys. So don't overthink it. If you need help, ask people around you. Don't be afraid to ask people around you if you need help. Or if anything, if you're confused, either comment. Before I'm gonna end the video, I just want to give you guys a couple of tips and facts on what to expect when going to the gym. So now, tip number 1. Don't expect your muscles to grow fast and big. A lot of people, when they start to go to the gym, they expect to see progress. Like this in a snap. They expect to see progress when going to the gym, like for 3 weeks right now. Let's say they just started going to the gym, it's been 3 weeks. They already expect there to be some progress. Even though it doesn't work like that. It takes time to build muscles. The way I look right now, even though I'm just 16, the way I look right now, it took me at least 3 years to build that physique. And I'm just 16 and I'm like this. I started going to the gym when I was 13 years old. 12, I was kind of on a track team. I was running. I was working out here and there. I was active. But then after COVID hit, that's when I got really into working out. You know, abs, crunches, push-ups, every single home workout you could think of. That's all I was doing every day when I woke up. And then after COVID, that's when I started going to the gym. After COVID, right? So that's when I was around 8th grade. So it took me 3 years to build this physique. And 3 years, that's a lot. And the way I look, right? There's still improvements to be done. So don't expect your muscles to grow in a month or two. It doesn't. You might see progress. There's going to be progress, but they're not going to come fast. As you go to the gym and as you work out, you're going to learn about delayed gratification and you're going to learn about discipline. Now, a lot of people do instant gratification. So example as instant gratifications, they could probably be on their phones for an hour, 30 minutes, right? Because in your brain, it releases dopamine, right? A chemical that makes you happy. That's instant because I'm on my phone right now. I'm just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. So I'm happy. My brain reacts to it, the dopamine, and I'm more happy. But then I realized that once I get off my phone, how much time I wasted and what kind of work I could have done within those 30 minutes. But now, going to the gym is an example of a delayed gratification. You work out, for example. You work out the whole time. You work hard, and you expect it to be a reward. So just like I said about being on your phone. You're on your phone because you're getting that instant reward. But delayed gratification, you're working hard. You're working for a very long amount of time in order to get that reward, or you don't even realize when you get the reward. What you also end up building is discipline. If you're actually into the gym, if you're actually into building muscles and everything, you want to change something with your life, you're going to realize that you're not going to be motivated every single day to go to the gym. Most of the time, let's be honest, most of the time you might feel like shit. you're not gonna feel like going to the gym. Some days you might even feel lazy. You might just sit there. You know what? I'm tired. I got work. I got school. I don't feel like going to the gym. And then you end up staying home and just scrolling on your phone, most likely. But discipline, once you're into it, so then you're gonna realize, you know what? I don't feel like going to the gym. You know what? Let me go get my bag and go to the gym and at least work out and see at least see what I could do. So, as going to the gym, you're going to build delayed gratification and discipline, not just for the gym, but also in your own life, your real life activities. Now, another tip number 3: before going to the gym, have a plan. You might be watching this video, watching all the workouts. You're not gonna have a plan. And then once you go to the gym, you're not even gonna know what to start with because you don't even have a plan. So I'm telling you this right now. Before going to the gym, make sure you have a plan. Make sure you have specific workouts for what day so you at least know what to do. So you get a head start of what you're supposed to do. Tip number 4: eat right. Focus on your diet. In the last video, I talked about not the specific, but like what types of food you should be eating. So whether you want to lose weight or whether you want to gain weight, build muscle, right? Focus on your diet, because once you focus on the diet, your progress is going to be a lot more effective. So instead of you eating junk food and working out, you're not gonna get as a good result as you expected or a good progress. But once you focus on your diet and then you work at the gym, you focus on everything. So then you're going to realize that not only your progress is good, but your results are going to be good too. So tip number 5: what you think about the gym and what's actually at the gym are two different things. A lot of people, when they think about the gym, so they think big buff people, they're working out. People are always talking that most people think that they have to communicate. A lot of people think that. But once you go to the gym, nobody cares about you. Nobody cares about you. You go to the gym for yourself, not for other people. You go to the gym for yourself. And that's one thing people don't really understand. They don't really get this. But I'm telling you this right now. Once you go to the gym, most people don't care about you. But at the same time, don't be a dickhead, right? At the same time, you don't want to be the only person that goes to the gym, but you don't know people. You don't know anyone. Me, when I go to my gym, I have relationships with some people. I know them, right? Whether it's like a quick nod, right? Or you walk up, or it's just a handshake, a fist bump. It doesn't always have to be a conversation, but at least have that type of relationship somehow. You don't want to be the loser. You don't want to be a loser that don't know anyone or don't even know what they're supposed to do. So number 6, and I think this is my last tip: don't be dumb at the gym. Don't be dumb when you're at the gym. What do I mean by don't be dumb? So once you're into the gym, you're going to realize, I want to see what's my max bench press or my max deadlift. When it comes to max bench press, don't be dumb and do it by yourself. Make sure you have someone there to spot you, whether it's a friend or a random person at the gym. Make sure someone's there to spot you. I was at the gym today. My dad was working out. I was just behind him just in case if he needed help, right? Because you never know what could happen. But now, next to me there was a guy. He was he was trying to do his max bench press. I didn't really see him because, like I said, when you're at the gym, you don't really focus on people, just focus on yourself. But what he ended up doing was he ended up trying his max bench press and he was by himself. So what ended up happening was he tried to max out, he was trying to do his max bench press. So then after he did it, he had no one behind to spot him. He could have asked me or my dad. He could have waited at least until we finished and then he could have asked. So what ended up happening was he just did it on his own. Of course, when it comes to max bench pressing, you're not like you're going to need someone to spot you, so they could help you pick it up because you're not gonna do it fully. That's the whole point of max bench press. You never know if you're gonna do it fully or not. So what ended up happening was he ended up dropping the pound. He ended up dropping the barbell, the weights, everything. It wasn't like a whole. It wasn't a big thing, right? But dumb people like him could get injured. I think he's fine. I think he's fine. Nothing happened, but things like that could be an accident for you. Next thing you know, a dumb mistake like that, you're not gonna be able to go to the gym for the next month. You're gonna be staying home and recover from that dumb injury that you made, right? You're gonna to deal with the consequences. So don't be dumb at the gym. Just be smarter than other people. That's all I gotta say. Now, wherever you look, everywhere around you, the kids in school, some adults, they have no brain cells. They have no brain cells. Most of the time, they don't know what they're doing. So, try to be better than them. Be better than them. Be smarter than them. Just do what you're supposed to do. Do what you're supposed to do. That's it. If you do what you're supposed to do, focus on yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, this is one of my longest videos so far that I made for the complete guide gym tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Now, the next video coming up, I'm going to be telling you guys home workouts. So this video was gym workouts. Now the next video is going to be home workouts. As you see over here, I have like post-its, right? Those are different home workouts for each body part that I do. So for me, I usually do 2 double work. I go to the gym and I do home workouts, and then I just do the things I'm supposed to do. So stay updated, and remember, be the action.